Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Forbidden Land podcast. This is a late in the day episode. And, I'm following up on what I promised. Last week I said I would show a photo of me in a suit at a wedding. And I am following up on that. So here's a photo of me in a suit. Right here. Boom. Me in an all black suit. I promise I'm not short. I just look short. But this is me in an all black suit at a wedding. I actually had a lot of fun at this wedding. And I also had a lot of fun going up there in general. We were in another state. We were in North Carolina. Driving there was not very fun. Driving there was a bit miserable. But overall, I liked it. I loved the scenery up there. So let me give a little bit of context here. I used to have an inside joke where I'd be like, you know what we need to do? We need to cut the Carolinas out and sink them. Now, you might be like, why would you say that? I just had a running joke. It was based on how I remembered North and South Carolina looking when I was a kid. And so I used to make jokes that those two states were empty and useless and we should sink them. My opinion has been reformed. We should keep North Carolina, still sink South Carolina. South Carolina is just in a perpetual state of construction. And it sucks to be frank, it sucks. North Carolina is great. It looks pretty. The roads are all functioning. I don't know. I just liked it overall. But South Carolina sucks completely. It still sucks. And the traffic there is horrible too. Nobody knows how to drive up there. North Carolina's pretty though. North Carolina's so good, I considered moving there. But yeah, Charlotte was pretty. I got to see Charlotte for the first time in like over 10 years. I got to cross some autistic things off my bucket list. I got to get on interstates I had never been on. And also, for the very first time in my entire life, I entered a state whose governor is a Democrat. I've never been to a state like that before. I've only ever been to Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, and North Carolina. I don't think I've gotten within like a couple miles of Mississippi, never been there. And when I last went to North Carolina, they had a Republican governor. So I've officially never been in a state where the governor was a Democrat. And there was like a different air around us. Things just felt safer almost, more efficient. I don't know what it was. It didn't hit me that we were in a Democrat-run state till about halfway through. And I was like, you know what? This whole time I could kind of tell a difference. I don't know. Something about it just feels different. But yeah, it was a fun trip. We stayed in a hotel that was way fancier than what we were paying. And they had a snack bar. I don't think you understand how nice it is when you're drunk and there are no restaurants open and there's a snack bar. There's also like a wine bar. The breakfast in the morning was delicious. I miss it. On the first breakfast we had, there was like pork sausage and red potatoes and all this stuff, and I made a waffle, and then on the second day I got chicken sausage, red potatoes. I made mini waffles. It was really good. Best free hotel breakfast I've ever had. Yeah, there was like a on-site restaurant next door too, and I got wings for lunch on the second day. But yeah, it was really cool. I had a lot of fun. The drive was a bit hellish, but it was fine. We just yapped and listened to music the whole time, so it was whatever. I would do it again. It wasn't a bad enough drive for me to go, I never want to do that ever again. So anyways, we have a packed, it's not even packed, we just have an episode where I wanted to talk about fun stuff. I want to start it off with talking about the New Jersey drones. What are we doing? What is going on? Like, what's happening? Why are people... Ooh, I almost knocked something off my desk. Off my computer. Eee! Oh my god, you know when something's just so hell-bent on falling off your fucking computer tower? The New Jersey drones thing. What is happening over there? I'm seeing where it's like, it's literally just, like a couple actual sightings of drones, and then the rest are, airplanes that people are like, oh my god, I've never seen an airplane in my entire life, apparently. I watched one TikTok where this woman filmed her husband pointing a laser at a supposed drone, and it turned out he was pointing a laser at like a FedEx commercial flight. Laser at FedEx plane. New Jersey. Let me see if I can find this. There's a Reuters article about it, but I want to find, here.
Take a look at this video. It's a simulation of what it looks like for pilots when a laser is pointed at them. It can be very dangerous. Today, a new warning after lasers were pointed at more than a dozen military planes in Burlington County. The FAA says it also has recent reports from pilots in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York. Here's South Jersey reporter Ryan Hughes.
It's a troubling trend, putting everyone in the air and on the ground at risk. Since December 7th, officials at Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst in Burlington County say there have been 15 laser strikes at military planes and helicopters. And on Monday, a pilot was injured by a laser and needed medical care after landing at the base.
Well, this is really bad. I don't mean to minimize it.
I didn't know a pilot was injured from it recently. You know what's even funnier is like, if you do point a laser at an airplane, then the FAA, I don't know how they're able to do it. They literally have a way to pinpoint the exact spot that you shine the laser from. Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but they have some like insane way of tracking down exactly where you shine the laser from. Don't do that. Don't shine lasers at airplanes. I think people just have such a weird conspiracy-oriented psychosis that they go into. Like, they see plane lights, something they've seen in the sky their whole lives, and they're like, oh my gosh! The only thing in recent memory I can think of that you could even be justified by going, oh, by is, God, what's it called? The internet thing. Starlink. Starlink legitimately, Starlink legitimately would be horrifying to see if, like, I didn't already know what it was. Yeah, Starlink is a little bit terrifying to see in person. It's cool though if you're expecting it and you know what it is. That's when it's cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand these people, man. I don't understand how people live their lives. I was asked about the New Jersey drones and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I looked into it and I was like, are you serious right now? Why are we even discussing this? I just think it's really stupid. I have a couple other things in my doc here, and then I'm honestly, it's gonna be another short episode. We're rounding out the end of this year with some short episodes, but I wanted to show I wanted to show this video of a house exploding in East London, because I want to show this comment that I saw in my head. It's so ridiculous. I'm so sorry I'm tired today. I had a long day at work and I haven't drank any caffeine all day. Look at this video.
Oh my god! We need to escape! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! We need to escape!
Well, you saw the video when it was playing. Now, on first glance, the video is obviously being filmed from the perspective of a dash cam, right? Like there's brake lights right here.
Oh my god! We need to escape! Oh my god!
That's weird that it breaks it like right after the first play. So there's like, you know, a vehicle right here with lights on. They're clearly in the road. You can even see the timestamp from the dash cam. Somebody comments. Oh my gosh. Somebody comments, what? Why is this person videoing? Then that happens what's made them video like they knew it was about to happen, yeah. I do not know what this person was trying to say, for the record. I'm going to put their comment on the screen, though. Oh my gosh, I'm getting annoyed by everything now. Here you go. Why is this person videoing? Then that happens what's made them video like they knew it was about to happen. Now that comment was very striking to me. And there are actually more comments on the video that are asking this exact same question. A bit suspicious they were filming. I think the collective IQ of this country has gone down significantly. Or not of this country, of this planet. How did so many people watch that video and go, so why would somebody filming like they knew it was about to happen? What are you talking about? How do you watch a video of someone's house exploding and go, how do you even say something like that?
What's up, guys? Did you know we have a Patreon channel? If you want to go over to patreon.com/forbiddenlandpod, you can support this podcast. For $1 a month, you can simply just send me $1. For $3 a month, not only are you sending me $3 for support, You also get your own Discord channel and your own role on the Discord. And if you send me $10 a month with a 7-day free trial included in that, you get all of my bonus content, including your own feed that includes these episodes and the bonus episodes. So if you want to hear my thoughts that I don't usually say on the public episodes, including a more just chill kind of episode in general, you can pay $10 a month and get those episodes. There's also a $15 tier with a 7-day free trial that is just sending me an extra $5 if you're feeling like you want to send me an extra $5. It's the same as the $10 tier. And there's a $100 tier. That's the same thing. If you want to send me $100 to support the project, go for it. It has the same benefits of the other tiers. So go on over to patreon.com/forbiddenlandpod and get some bonus content or a Discord channel or both. Back to the episode.
All right. So I have another thing to show. And then after that I have one more thing to talk about, and then I'm gone for the day. Or for the week. I use Reddit sometimes. Hear me out. When I created my Reddit account 10 years ago, I created it so I could go to r/paranormal and other ghost-related subreddits. My Reddit account will be 10 years old in a couple weeks. And I literally only created it so I could go to these subreddits originally. Now, r/paranormal is an interesting sub. It's a little dead now. It has a lot of members, but not a lot of participants. And there's something scary on that subreddit. And you might think like, well, yeah, it's a ghost subreddit, Dane. No shit, it's going to be scary. I mean, there's a real world, horror element to r/paranormal. Sometimes people who are too into ghosts will see ghosts everywhere. And sometimes they will post on this subreddit and be like, I'm hearing like noises at night, or my stuff is getting moved around, or they'll post something like that. And one of the most frightening things is when somebody goes, look at these photos of this ghost I've caught, and it's so clearly someone has broken into their house. I talked about it about a year ago, and I'm going to try to find the episode where I've talked about this before, because it is genuinely really scary. Yeah, ghost stories and sleepwalking. Yeah. Let's see, ghost evidence on Reddit. It's on the Paranormal Encounter subreddit. So here, let me go to that sub so I can pull it up directly. Encounters. And then I'm going to look up the title. Okay, I can't find the original post. I literally only have what's in my original episode. But somebody posted photos of their backyard on the Paranormal Encounters subreddit. And there's like this white figure back here. And then if you go further into their post, they have another photo of like something in here. Then they just straight up have this photo, which is so clearly like a person standing in like a white outfit. And then they have a video of them walking, or of them filming out the back window. Like, look at that. Yeah, look at this. That's so clearly a person, right? That's so obviously a person. And people post on these subreddits all the time where the outcome ends up being so clearly just somebody broke into their home. Now, this person posted, this is going to seem fake, but I promise it's not. When scrolling through old photos, I stumbled across these. For years, I've always questioned and been absolutely baffled / amazed. Oh gosh, hold on. I don't like the left side camera. I don't know why. My ex-girlfriend's aunt was home with her daughter one evening and woke up in the morning to these alerts on their camera system. There was no one else in the home besides them. All doors were locked. No evidence of anyone coming in. They were so startled by this, I'm 99% sure it's authentic and was not a prank being played. I've never seen something so clear. What's your input? The last picture is what really puts the icing on the cake. Now you see this and you're like, oh, that's like a crazy looking shadow. And, you know, these like blurry shadow images. That's really creepy. Then there's this. This photo right here. What is more likely? That you got a photo of a full, solid apparition, or that your nighttime security camera doesn't have the ability to capture moving images in a high enough quality? This post freaked me out because from the looks of it, this could very well just be like their dementia-ridden neighbor that broke into their home. This isn't a ghost, in my opinion. This is someone in the house looking around like they're lost. Intruder or resident. Not every intruder is looking to steal something. It could be a neighbor with dementia. People with dementia can be very strangely resourceful in getting into places they don't belong. Or one of the residents suffered some kind of episode and doesn't remember it. Either of the women in the house vaguely resemble the person, which they don't. Could be any number of reasons why one of them wouldn't remember, from undiagnosed medical condition to carbon monoxide poisoning. Could be low blood sugar, high blood, CO2, or kidney problems. Who knows? This definitely gives me the vibe that their neighbor is breaking in. And it's just lost. Yeah. My great-grandmother had dementia, and the early warning signs were really insanely creepy. About late 2000s, my great-grandfather died. And so my great-grandmother began basically her long stretch of living alone. And so for almost 10 years, she lived by herself. And around 2016, early 2016, she started to be like, who took my money? Someone took my money. My aunt would be like, what are you talking about? And then, like, you know, she'd be like, there were people in my front yard last night. My aunt would be like, excuse me? What do you mean there were people in your front yard last night? She'd be like, there were people in my front yard last night watching me. And then, like, eventually it was her being like, did Dana or his sister take my money? My checkbook is missing. Someone took my checkbook. There are people outside my home watching me. More than likely, the people outside her home was like the mailman or the garbage guy. But she couldn't remember why there would be people outside of her home. She was starting to have paranoid delusions. That house was creepy in general, Anytime I went over there and I was left in the house alone, pretty much, I always got this like weird feeling that I was being watched, and the basement was super creepy, and I just realized what's blinking on my shirt down there. That was kind of interesting. The camera was doing some like weird effect on my shirt. Oh, weird. The light reflecting off my sweater is glitching out. So, yeah, that house was creepy in general. I cannot imagine being old and living there alone. I really just can't imagine that. But those are like the early warning signs that she had dementia. She would constantly be talking about people being in her front yard, saying that they were watching her in her front yard. And it freaked my aunt out because my aunt was like, "What? You know, you live alone. That's not good that you see somebody in your front yard watching you." But yeah, so I don't know. That's what it reminds me of, is like somebody, that lives near them has something wrong, and that they somehow got into their house. The r/paranormal subreddit is so creepy in the way that it's like people will unsuspectingly post something they think is like creepy, like, ooh, my house is haunted, or they'll say something along those lines, and then they'll give you like the evidence, and everybody's like, dude, your house is being broken into. So just look out for posts like that on subreddits like that. One last thing I will talk about. Second to last thing I'll talk about. The government is shutting down. The Republicans have now failed to pass a bill that would here, real quick. I have these photos pulled up. I'm going to show what my great grandmother's basement looked like, so you understand why I would have been creeped out by her basement. Imagine this basement, but a lot more dark and filled with clutter. Because we did go through her whole basement and sell things and take things with us. And there's the door to the kitchen. And like a back door kind of thing. Nice house, by the way. It was really big. So this basement was huge. But yeah, that's her basement. The Republicans have let a bill fail that would continue funding the government. And the reason why it failed is because Elon Musk was like, I'm going to pay for the opposition campaign against you if you vote in favor of this, if you vote in favor of this bill. So now people are calling him President Elon Musk because he's essentially taking control of Congress single-handedly. This also brings up a larger conversation about Citizens United and the fact that a billionaire can just completely stranglehold the Republican Party like that. So, yeah, we officially live in an oligarchy now. Yeah, we officially live in an oligarchy now. Well, the year 2024 is over. We made a mini episode on streaming platforms and YouTube alone, not counting Patreon. This year we have made, including this episode, 62 episodes. If we include next week's episode, 63 episodes this year. We only missed 1 week, I believe. Yeah, I think we only missed 1 week. And that's pretty good. Hopefully next year I don't miss any weeks. But yeah, you know, I'll talk about it more next week. I don't want to get all like, oh wow, what a year it's been. It's not even Christmas yet. But it's been quite the year. Around this time last year, I didn't have any topics, and I was like, let's talk about throwback Obama's Fancy Mustard. I was so dry for topics. But, you know, we made it. I will give a little teaser for the new year. I don't have any graphics updates. We're not changing the thumbnail style anytime soon like I did this year. I'm not doing it every year. So the thumbnails will be the same. The podcast will pretty much operate the same. The types of episodes I do might change a little bit. Forbidden FM will be happening the same way it did this year. But I believe it will be now live on the Forbidden Land channel. I haven't decided if I'll do that yet. I might not. I just heard something metal outside. I'm gonna be doing remote episodes, so episodes that are not in the main area where I record. Because now I have a MacBook that can actually record things. So I'm gonna be recording episodes in other places. Maybe it'll be in the woods. Maybe it'll be in public. Who knows? Do I have the self-confidence to record an episode of this podcast in public? Maybe. Could I record it in the woods? Probably. So yeah, that's the update on what we're going to be doing going into the new year. But I'll go into it further next week. So have a good holiday. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. This can be a depressing time of year for some people. It can be a happy time of year for some people. So I hope you have people to surround yourself with. And I hope it's a good holiday for you. So I have Cracker Barrel brunch to look forward to on the 24th at work. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching. You can check us out on patreon.com/forbiddenlandpod. You can also find this podcast on the typical podcast streaming platforms. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting if you support. And have a good week. All right. Peace.